Hi everyone, my name is Amber, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another weekly reading vlog. Today is the 22nd of April, it's Friday. I normally start these on Thursday and do Thursday to Thursday, but my schedule is not the best right now. So you're probably wondering what this is behind me. It's a blanket fort made out of our dining room table, sofa and a bunch of blankets because I got home from work and we wanted to do a date night. We didn't really know what we wanted to do. So we're doing reading sprints with pizza and gaming. So we're going to be sprinting for a bit and gaming for a bit. So of course, because I am me, I have brought all of these books downstairs and there's no way that I'm going to read them all tonight, especially because I might be drinking later. I'm gonna read some and I can't decide what I want to read, so I'm just gonna go through some of these books that I've brought downstairs. I'll go through all of them apart from the ones on my Kindle because I might as well. They are here with me and they are my options for this evening. So I have You Exist Too Much, which I'm currently exactly halfway through. It's 150 something pages. I'm on page 125. This is about a Palestinian American girl who is bisexual and she is dealing with a lot of trauma from her relationship with her mother and also from not belonging to one specific culture. I'm very much enjoying it so far. It's a very quick read, so I'm probably going to start off with that one. And then I have two fantasy books. First of all, Grace of Kings. I'm currently 80 pages into this, I think. Let me just double check. 83 pages in. I'm reading this for the Space Sirens book club, so I've got this much to go by the end of the week. So you're gonna have to cheer me on after the fact because I think as you're watching this, the live show was yesterday, so we've actually already discussed this book. This is a fantasy book based around actual historical events in China. The main character is a bandit, the emperor is dying. All good things so far. I don't have any complaints. I've heard this is very dense, but I'm not really finding that so far. I'm not finding it to be a challenging read at all. The only thing I will say is that the author keeps introducing new characters who don't seem to be very important, but then he goes into a whole backstory about every single one of them, and I assume they're going to become more important later, probably later on in the series rather than later on in this book. Yeah, I'm trying to pay attention and trying to remember exactly who is who. It's not too difficult so far. And then the other fantasy book that I want to read is Senlin Ascends. This is the first book in the Tower of Babel series, or the Book of Babel, something like that. So all I know about this one is the main character is entering a tower. There's a new challenge on every single floor and he is going to find his wife who he has been separated from. I've heard the first book doesn't treat women very well, but it gets better from there. So looking forward to reading this one. I've had my eye on it for the longest time and I can't wait to give it a go. The only thing that is putting me off is that the font is quite small, but you know, I'm reading The Grace of Kings. So another thing, my cat's tail's all puffy because she's worried. It's okay. Another book that I've been meaning to read for ages and I really need to read this month because I'm trying to read books as soon or close to the time that I buy them, and I haven't done this because it's the first book that I bought this year and I still haven't read it, and that is Ariadne. This is a Greek mythology retelling about Ariadne, who is the sister to the Minotaur, daughter of King Minos, and that's all I know about her, so I'm looking forward to reading more. And then I have two thriller books as well because I need to mix this up just in case I'm not really in the mood for any of these. The Club. The tagline is "Everyone is dying to join." I don't know anything about it. By the author of People Like Her, which I feel like I've heard of, but I haven't read, I don't think. I'm really enjoying books set on islands and in resorts lately. It's a major theme in a lot of thriller books I've noticed. I've got quite a few more on my Kindle. And then because this intro has gone on forever, let me just quickly show you the last thriller book or mystery book, which is The Twyford Code by the author of The Appeal, which I loved. Can't wait to read this one. It's mixed media format, so I'm expecting to fly through it. And I might read this one after I finished You Exist Too Much. So yeah, this is my little pile of things I'll be reading during the reading sprints. I'll let you know how it goes. I'm gonna go and get my pizza now. Can't really see, but there is a lot of confusion going on between the users of the blanket fort. What do you think, Octavia? Do you like it?
Hello.
So in the dark. Would you like to tell them how your reading is going?
I am reading The Song of Achilles. It's going great. I've read 40 something pages.
In the first sprint.
In the first sprint.
And then we played It Takes Two, the first bit.
Yeah, and now we're fighting a vacuum cleaner.
Are you enjoying the book?
I am enjoying the book. It's very gay and very Greek, which is what I went into this expecting, so.
Good. It can confirm it is both of those things.
This is a really unflattering light.
That's so rude.
I
Do you mean for you?
Yes.
Well,
yeah,
as I had it on my face. You need to hold the light so I can show them my book. So I finished my book.
Oh.
He's not used to vlogging, you can tell. So next I'm going to read The Twyford
Code.
Have you recorded anything to provide context for why we're in the dark?
Yeah, I did one clip to say that we've made a den.
Okay.
And I can confirm we are in that den.
Okay.
Octavia's in here with us. Oh, you can't see. Hello?
Sorry.
I think we've annoyed her. Anyway, we'll check in later.
So, date night was a success. I was reading until quite late into the night, and I managed to read quite a bit of the Twyford Code. Didn't finish it, but I'm very, very intrigued. I still don't really know what it's about. At the moment, I know that there are audio tapes, and I'm reading the transcripts from these tapes about this guy called Stephen who found a book on a bus and then becomes seemingly obsessed about his ex-old teacher and the author, because she was also obsessed with the author of the book. I don't know. Very intriguing so far. It's now Saturday morning. It's around 9:30 and I'm about to go into town to pick up a book from Waterstones. I was going to go to the gym, but I don't really want to today. So instead I'm going to read in the library or in the coffee shop. Happy Sunday. So yesterday I spent most of the day reading, and we started watching a documentary about a cult. So I didn't do any updates, but I did read quite a bit. I'm now up to page 200 of the Twyford Code, and I'm hoping to finish that today. I haven't done any reading yet this morning because we've just been out of the house over to Wickes to pick up some bathroom tiles, which I still need to tell you about, but that might be in this vlog, it might be in next week's. Probably makes more sense to do it next week's. I also stopped in Home Sense, because we needed to pick up, well, I was looking at indoor houseplants and then I saw a couple of other things I wanted to pick up. So I found a really nice candle, which is vanilla and sweet berries. I think I can smell vanilla and mostly probably cherry, so that's very nice for summer. And then I also picked up a couple of these diffusers because our current ones have run out. So I picked up a lavender and chamomile one. It does smell of lavender and chamomile. And I also picked up a eucalyptus one, which I've already opened, and it's in the bathroom. Will is mowing the lawn, so I'm going to take the opportunity to edit my weekly reading vlog for last week as you're watching this, because I haven't yet uploaded it. That should be going up today. And then I also need to record some videos, so I need to make myself look a bit more presentable, and I need to work on my May TBR, except I've got no idea what I want to read in May. I'm a bit of a loss because I've been really enjoying mood reading lately, so I'm going to have to try and put something together. My May TBR will already be up by the time you're watching this video, so I'll leave a link down below and up above, but I thought I would show you just a couple of my options and what I'm kind of feeling like, because there are a few different things that I might read, and maybe you can tell me in the comments if you think these ones are worth reading or not. So I've got a couple of library books that I really want to read, one of which I'm thinking about doing a themed reading vlog for, so that is The Deep. This one's about the Titanic, it's a horror story, and I also want to pair it with another book called Love on the Titanic, I think it's called, which I think is a YA book, but I need to try to figure out where I can get my hands on that because I don't think it's in my library system, but it might be in the Oxfordshire library system because that one's a lot better than the Buckinghamshire one. I also really want to read The Doors of Eden, which is a chunky sci-fi, but really in the mood for it at the moment. I don't really know why. It's kind of like parallel universe type stuff, and it's probably because of Dark, which I finished watching recently, and now I'm in the mood for a lot of sci-fi. And I also really want to give The Prophets a try, which is historical fiction. So a few different things there. I also have, where is it? The Space Science Book Club book to read. That is Far from the Light of Heaven, so another sci-fi, but this one's a lot shorter. So those are all some good options. And then as for, let's have a look. I've got my massive TBR bookshelf, which is, as you can see, enormous. But I just don't know what I want to read. I might pick out some shorter stuff and only read short books from there. So what I've decided to do is pick out all of the shortest books on my TBR. I've got, what, 3, 6, 9, 10 books here. And they're all tiny, really. I think this is the longest one. It's 310 pages. I don't see why I couldn't read all of these in May. I'm not really doing much in May apart from getting the porch done, which might be stressful. I reckon I could read these. I'm going to talk about these more in my May TBR, and I'm probably going to pick out a couple of bigger books because obviously I've got my library books there. My computer keeps freezing and crashing, so it's taken me an hour and a half to not even completely finish editing an 8-minute vlog. This is ridiculous, and it shouldn't be happening because I should have a really powerful computer, but it's just struggling, probably because Windows keeps doing random updates and ruining my life. I'm gonna carry on doing this now and hopefully finish soon so I can do some reading because it's driving me crazy. So I have spent the afternoon pretty much just doing YouTube videos. I've edited one and uploaded it finally. It crashed a few times, but I'm good. And I recorded 3 others. I've also finished 2 books. I told you about You Exist Too Much, that I finished it, that is, but I didn't actually tell you what I thought of it. So I gave it 3 stars in the end. I feel like the writing style was a little bit too much sort of stream of consciousness, jumping backwards and forwards. Didn't really have a coherent sort of thread to hold everything together. So I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either. It was very interesting. Don't really have much more to say about it. I also read the Twyford Code, and I just finished that today, and it was going really well up until like the halfway point. It started to lag, and then the author put in some twists and turns at the end that kind of made you realise that everything you had been reading was wrong, which would have been really good if I hadn't just lost interest about 50 pages earlier. So that's a shame. I think I'm going to give this one 2.5 to 3 stars. I haven't quite decided yet. I'm gonna have to read some more reviews to kind of compare my thoughts and feelings. In terms of what I'm reading now, I was actually just looking at the 3 prompts I have left for the Magical Readathon. I need to read a book with a creature with claws on the cover, which is going to be Grace of Kings. That's covered. I also need to read a book set in the future, so that's going to be Parable of the Sower, which I'm going to read now. And I need to read a book featuring healers. I don't know what that's going to be.
I got this stand for my monitor so it doesn't have to stand on a bunch of books anymore. Gonna see how it goes. Apart from the dust, that's not too bad.
So I'm just about to eat dinner, and then I'm going to do my reading sprints for the evening. I've decided that I am awake enough to do them tonight. Work was okay today. I don't really have anything to report. I don't feel like we're really getting anywhere, but at the same time it's not really getting worse, so there's that. I just spent a good 10 minutes trying to take a photo of my eye because I've been wondering exactly what colour eyes I have, because often they look grey or blue, so that's been what I've been doing for the past 10 minutes. I need to figure out what I'm reading tonight for my reading sprints because I've got no idea. So I'm gonna spend an hour figuring that out and then get back to you. Hi everyone, it is Tuesday. I was gonna say Monday, it's definitely not Monday. Just got back from work, went to the gym, and then bumped into my neighbours. I've been talking to them. Haven't done any reading today. Last night's reading sprints were not a success, so I DNF'd Parable of the Sower. Didn't enjoy it, so I decided to put it down. Probably not going to pick it back up again, to be honest. It wasn't as good as Kindred. I also speed read or DNF'd The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. Didn't enjoy that one either. It wasn't very good. So now I'm trying to decide what I want to read. I do need to read The Grace of Kings because it's for book club, but it's just so big and I don't have the energy because of work. So instead I'm editing a video. I'm gonna light a candle and try to chill out so I can go to bed and read nice and early before I have to go back into the office tomorrow. It's a little bit wonky, but I can't do anything about it, so we're just gonna have to be at an angle. It's Friday. I haven't updated you in a few days because work has been very busy. I still haven't read much more. I don't actually think I've read any more of Grace of Kings. I have this much to read before tomorrow evening, and I don't think it's going to happen. It might not matter anyway because my computer is being really crap. It's just taking forever to do anything. The browser keeps crashing, the video editing software just won't cooperate, and it's all running really slowly, so I'm trying to sort it out. Because I'd really like to do my book club show tomorrow and some live reading sprints because it's Dewey's 24-hour readathon, which is a lovely segue into what I'm currently doing on the floor of my office. I'm trying to figure out what I want to read for Dewey's. Normally I go for thrillers because they're the best ones for me to read in 24 hours. So I've been looking over my TBR, my physical TBR, to see which ones I could knock out, and I've come up with these 3. So the first one I haven't heard anything about at all really, and it's The Stranger Game. It says here that it's a thriller that explores a culture in which virtual followers are in opposition with human connections. I'm expecting it to be a very fast read, so that's why I've chosen that one. I've also chosen The Sanatorium because I also have this author's second book from NetGalley, which isn't coming out until the summer, but I did put it on my May TBR, so I want to read this and then maybe get to that one, or I might get to that one during the readathon if I really like this one. I don't know. This is a murder mystery set in the Alps in Switzerland. And then the third one that I found was The Push, which I did buy recently, so it would be good to get it off my shelf. This is about a chaotic, disturbing mother-daughter relationship, I think. So I've gone for these for thrillers. I'm also trying to find maybe a couple of NetGalley books. I've got a lot of thrillers from NetGalley. I've also got some fantasy books, but I don't think I really want to do any fantasy. My other option would be some contemporary books because I do have a few of those. Not too many, but I do have a couple. Yeah, I'm just looking over the rest of my TBR shelf, and I obviously have lots and lots of books, but most of them are fantasy or horror or dystopian or non-fiction. So my problem is that I don't really buy thriller books because I don't tend to reread them unless they're extra special authors. But I just need to get through my work day and then I can focus on everything a little bit more and hopefully read more of The Grace of Kings, because I would really like to attend the live show if I can, if my computer does not break on me. I'm just about to go into reading sprints for the readathon. It's Saturday. 24-hour readathon is starting in half an hour. I am so excited. I just need to get the reading sprints started and live, and then I will show you what I'm going to be reading for the readathon.
Hello, just to give you a quick update on the readathon, because I haven't really been updating anyone apart from my reading sprints, which are going very well. It's currently about 6:45 and we're about to go and pick up dinner. We've ordered an Indian takeaway, which I have to thank Carrie for because this was all her idea. I finished 2 books so far. I finished off The Deal, which I started off last night by Elle Kennedy, first in the off-campus series. Really, really good. So now I have acquired the rest of the series. I'm going to be reading that at some point soon. That was very good, so I gave that 4 stars. I'll talk about these more at the end of the readathon, I think, so I also finished a couple of books since I last spoke to you, and I'm going to need to go back and look at previous clips to see how much I've actually spoken about, so then I can do like a big wrap up at the end of this vlog. And then I finished off Every Last Secret by A.R. Torre, which was very good. I gave that 3.5 stars. I listened to that as an audiobook because it was on Kindle Unlimited. Really pleased that I enjoyed that one because I've read something by her before and I really enjoyed that as well. It was The Girl in 6E, so I feel like I might want to continue with her series as well as read her other thriller that's on Kindle Unlimited as well. We're going to pick up Indian, and then I'm going to start doing some more reading sprints, and I'm going to start off by reading The Sanatorium, which I have as a physical copy, and then I'm possibly, if there's time, going to read a bit of The Push tonight, and those are my 2 thriller books I'm going to be reading this evening. Excuse this angle, I can't really do much about it, but I do want you all to know that the 24-hour readathon is up. It finished a few hours ago. It was very, very successful. So I managed to do 3 reading sprints, which you may have seen if you are subscribed to my channel, and I managed to read 4 books. So let me tell you about them. First of all, I finished off Every Last Secret by A.R. Torre, which is a thriller book. I think I told you this yesterday actually. This is about a woman called Kat and her husband called Will. They're very, very rich. Will owns a big company. They get some new neighbours. The female neighbour, Nina, moves in, goes to work for Will at his company, and Kat is very unhappy because Nina is so obviously after Will, and so it kind of turns into a catty thriller where the women are kind of going at each other. Will is being very disrespectful and unfaithful. Matt, the other husband, is kind of, you just don't really know what's going on with him. He just seems like a bit of a wet blanket. I did like it. I gave it 3.5 stars. I will probably drop this down to 3 in the future. I can't really see myself rating it any higher, but it was an okay book and I enjoyed the audiobook, and I'm looking forward to reading this author's next thriller book, which is also on Kindle Unlimited, so I might as well pick it up because it was enjoyable. I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed The Girl in 6E, which I read a few years ago. I also read The Sanatorium, which I read in just a couple of hours. Considering it's a 400-page book, I think that's pretty good. This is about a woman called Ellen who is a detective, but she's on a break from work because something has happened. She thinks that she messed up a case and she doesn't really want to go back to work because her self-confidence is just now like on the floor. So she and her boyfriend Will are travelling to a hotel in Switzerland that used to be an old sanatorium. Her brother Isaac and his fiancée Law work there, and they're having an engagement party. So Ellen and Will show up, and then Law goes missing, which is not good. Ellen, being a detective, starts looking into this disappearance and trying to figure out what's going on. I didn't find this one very creepy, but I did find it very thrilling, I guess. I wanted to know what happened. It was very well written in that it was very fast paced and the hits just kept on coming. So it was a very good thriller book, I thought. Nothing standout, nothing amazing. It's not an all-time favourite. It's no Jane Harper or Ruth Ware, I don't think, but it was still a good book. So I read that one, gave it 4 stars. And then I read the first 2 off-campus books, The Deal and The Mistake. So I gave The Deal 4 stars. I enjoyed it. It was a really good romance book, I thought. The sex scenes weren't too over the top, but they were quite good. Then The Mistake was not as good, so I gave that one 3 stars. So I have one major issue with The Mistake in that the author made what I would view as a fairly racist comment. The main character Logan, he made a comment about a mixed race character who is part Italian, and Logan is like, oh, that surname, is it Italian? He doesn't look it. And I was just kind of a bit like, what do you mean he doesn't look it? So that led me to look into the author, and I wanted to see if she had made any other sort of comments like that throughout the series, and it turns out she has made a few, which is not good. So this series is a new adult romance series based around the hockey team. The first 2 main characters are Hannah and Garrett. Garrett is like the star hockey player, and the 2 of them meet and get together, and there's fake dating, and I really, really liked that. And then the second book is about Logan, who's also on the hockey team, and a girl called Grace, who's a virgin. Like I said, I didn't enjoy this one as much. I probably will finish off the series because I've got them all on my Kindle now. I will be bearing in mind the author's comments that she has made in the past, and I'll be on the lookout for any other such comments that might come up. So overall, it was a really good readathon. I'm considering ending the vlog here, even though I don't really think I've updated you in the past couple of days and I haven't really told you much about what I've been doing. But to be honest, since I can't remember much about what's gone on, I don't really want to carry on with this vlog and I want to start fresh next week. So forgive me. I am very sorry. This was probably a really messy vlog and wasn't all that interesting as usual. I had a good time. I'm doing lots of reading. I'm in a very relaxed reading state and I'm feeling quite good about myself. Thank you for watching this vlog. I'm sorry if it has been a mess. I don't know if it has been because I haven't edited it yet. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye!